ASL Challenger League Season 2 Playoffs, Quarterfinals, Round of 8.
Alrighty, we are here and we are on Overgrowth for our first match of the night. This is our first best of 5, and up here on the top right-hand corner, the yellow Zerg player from Team Composite, representing them cables like a badass. It is
Afracanis.
And his opponent spawning down to the bottom left-hand side of the map in the glorious red from Team Carbot Animations. It is
MaddxDogg.
ooh, Fanimations.
yay.
Yeah, it's like
Carbot Animations has had some serious representation in ASL
they really
this season.
have.
ASL
They really
Season
have.
2.
There's been almost as many of them as Triple T members.
Yeah.
Although more of them seem to be through to the playoffs.
That's true. It does seem to be true. Both of them doing good. I bet they just like study the cartoons and look for like timing,
That's
stuff like that. They see which
Yes.
units are most effective.
right, so we kind of got a very standard opening to this game. Terran is opening with what looks like it will be a Reaper expand, provided he throws down the expansion.
Yeah.
Zerg is opening with the normal, I believe that was a hatch first into pool gas.
Yeah, I think so.
So nothing too out of the ordinary just yet. I can't imagine in the first game of a best of 5 that the players would be perhaps wanting to throw out a cheese. I can't imagine
Yeah, nothing
either
too
of them being at
strong.
that mindset yet.
Yeah, they're gonna be taking pokes at each other. A second Reaper is coming, so MaddxDogg is going to kind of poke and see what he can get done with that sort of strategy. But with the pool already done, Ling's on the way, and even gas already coming to allow speed later on, that shouldn't be too big of a problem. But he'll try and take a poke at it.
Afracanis is actually going to be having speed very quickly.
Yep.
Like, you can start it now. Is he going to start it now?
Yeah, he's actually still mining. A lot of people, of course, will pull off at the 100 gas. He is not doing that, but he hasn't started the speed yet either. This could be an indication of banelings or some other form of tech, but see if he does actually do that now that the Reaper's kind of not right in his face.
Yep. We do have MaddxDogg. It looks like he's going to be going for standard Reaper Hellion. He does have the reactor coming down on the barracks and the factory starting now. And he didn't get that drone. He's going back in for it. He gets
That's
it.
but he might end up losing the Reaper for that.
He's going to
could
lose
have,
one Reaper.
Or loses one. He could have lost the second one, I think, as well. But yeah, for a drone, maybe. But it is, particularly for 2 Reapers, it's nice to have them alive. They can really whittle down the Ling count. They can really whittle down the health on Queens just by bouncing back and out. Once you're at 1 Reaper, it's much less effective at doing that.
Yep, definitely. And when you're doing your Reaper Hellion poke after that, I mean, the Hellions kind of do have a slow fire speed, so having the Lings there, the Reapers there, they've got quite a fast attack speed, so they can shoot off all the weakened Lings, and it's kind of just the reason people go to Reaper Hellion is good.
Synergistic. And,
that word.
Synergistic in the way that they work, and yeah, you usually do want to pick off some of the original 4 Lings, but a drone is a drone, so still something. Plus, he did get in obviously and was able to see what was going on in the Zerg base vis-a-vis the gas and everything. And one thing that may end up sticking out in his mind is that he sees that a lot of gas was taken at a fairly early point, and we still don't have speed. So that could be an indication of some other strong form of tech that he wants to be aware of.
Yep, that's actually something I was just about to say. The third for Afracanis is not yet down. Is he sending a drone literally as I said that? Yeah, okay. So the third is going down now, but he's banked a lot
Yeah,
of gas at this
almost
point, and there's
swept the
tech.
gas. Yeah, it's and it's hard to see where he is going with this. He throws a baneling nest and a roach warren down. There's no lair yet or anything. But this is a lot of gas that he does have. The Hellions coming in here now. They're going to roast these slow lings. I don't know. I think I've seen him do this before where he doesn't get speed. And I don't really understand that, why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I mean, he's getting it now,
Yeah.
but there's no real reason not to have got it an awful lot earlier, really.
Yeah, he's got the money just sitting there. It's not... Yeah, if you're going to get it later on, you might as well get it. The only reason to be banking this much and not get speed is literally if you intend to never get it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, had he had speed when this attack came in, I think he just would have surrounded it and crushed it with 3 queens and a bunch of lings. And now he's trying to chase it off creep, and taking slow lings off creep, you just are going to lose them.
Yes, especially against Reaper Hellion.
Yeah.
But I mean, MaddxDogg, he's kind of set up really nicely just now. He has his 3 command centers. He's got double engineering bay just finished. He doesn't yet have his starport, but I can imagine that will be coming down as soon as he can afford it, which is now.
There's one as soon as you say it. And basically, as soon as we say a building someone doesn't have, they make it. That's just
pretty much. Let's see if we can make it happen. Night is warm.
Gets one more Hellion here, but these are just such inefficient trades for our Zerg player. He's lost 3 times as many resources. He may lose the queen here before the roaches can shove him back. Does finish him off.
Not even. I don't think he's lost a Hellion yet, has he?
I think he's lost 1 or 2, but they were just slow lings, and it was like trading 18 lings for a Hellion. Yeah. And he's got so many that are deep red. He's got one with 2 hit points but 3 kills, one with 2 hit points but 6 kills, and he's got so many more at home. It's roaches will eventually put a stop to this, but when there's 9 Hellions with some bio support, it actually takes a lot to really stop them, and you can't really pin them down and make them play you. They'll just dance around you.
MaddxDogg now, he's taking his Hellions home. He's sitting with them in his base, but I would like to see him repair them actually.
Yeah,
before sending them back out.
Effective that it would be probably a good idea. He's getting another factory and 4 more barracks. He does have a 3rd CC, but he's not yet moving out with it or anything like that. Probably should actually at this point. He's oversaturating his natural, but as I look, he's undersaturated in his main. So you'd want to try and balance those out. Hellions poking in again.
Well, his main wasn't undersaturated. It was just because he was building 5 production structures at the one time.
Okay. Well,
so it's now back to normal.
Yeah.
Right, so the upgrade situation is currently better for the Zerg, even though MaddxDogg, right, and once again the caster curse. The engineering bays are now researching after I point out that they weren't.
Yeah, now these roaches are moving out. They're swinging around the far side, which I like. I think he's aware that Hellions are on the watchtower, although he allows this group of 4 to walk by them. But it still kind of hides the numbers. And he's going to be right here. And the orbital command is going to, 1, not land, but it will scout what is going on. And does MaddxDogg have anything to really stop this? He's got marines, he's got 1 tank, he's got a lot of CVs.
That tank needs to go up to the high ground. Yeah. You can't leave it on the low ground.
He could trap these at least, but Afracanis is just kind of backing away.
Snipe the banelings. Yeah. Nice shot. So I would like to actually see Afracanis, apart from inject more, build more lings for banelings.
Yeah.
Is he just going home?
I think he is. And it's not what he wanted to do, but I gotta say, looking at the front of MaddxDogg's base, I think that's right. He's got too much defense here, and now he's got 3 tanks out.
3 tanks? Wow, that's a lot of tanks. And Roachbane doesn't really do well against tanks.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not very good. You're going to lose your banelings quickly, and the roaches just kind of clump up and get shelled down on. Roach speed is about to finish. Baneling speed is well on the way.
Yep, and the SCV count is looking mighty healthy for Terran. It's not very often that you have a similar worker count in TVZ, ZVT.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to have to interrupt my current train of thought to comment on the 9 Hydralisks that are coming out.
Okay. That's an interesting choice. I didn't even see him put the Hydra down, but it's behind the natural there. Yeah, not sure about that. Mech, okay. Mech is kind of coming in here. It's approaching that border of creep. There's a lot of roaches here. Oh, nice tanks on everything. Yeah, he's just gonna overrun this. MaddxDogg had a great defensive army, but with the number of roaches and stuff that was out there, he couldn't move out with it really at this point. And he might do better here now that he's forcing him to come into these tanks. But I think he's killed too much of it. That Afracanis may just overrun this. He's got to target fire that tank down now.
It is going to go down eventually, but he could have saved a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think now there's just too much Zerg. The DPS from those Hydras is actually making sense.
Stop this. We'll roll on through. Yeah, SCV's pulling out the line to repair, but SCV's, there's no worse matchup than roaches versus workers.
Banelings?
Yeah, well, that too. but he's shelling down from the high ground, but he's kind of going to overrun everything here.
He's going to deny the natural now. He should start sending...
Really, he'll repair, but he's going to out-DPS this. Even lifting it, there are Hydras there. So this will end up going down.
I would like to see him put a couple of roaches across to the third just to stop that.
Yeah. I don't even know if he's really aware of it.
But there's now 4 tanks. He can't push up this
Yeah,
one.
it's going to be hard. He needs to finish this CC off, though. If he withdraws, I mean, he's way ahead, no doubt, and he will swing over and get this other base. But that CC is burning in the sky. Usually you do want to finish that at least.
Yeah.
But I think it will be a moot point.
And looks like Afracanis is going to start transitioning out of this. He has his infestation pit started.
Yeah, this one lifted and he's not going to kill it.
Yep.
But he could have gone right after it. But yeah, you're right. He's taking a fourth behind this, transitioning out into infestation. So he doesn't have to just win on that push, but he did so much damage.
Yeah.
Now only 30 SCVs.
I think even with the supplies at what they are, 185 to 113, the army of Afracanis can't beat the army of MaddxDogg straight up because there's 6 tanks.
Yeah, 6 tanks if they're in a good position. Now, if they kind of come this way and he gets a flank on these on siege, the siege up happens here. Now, horrible decision, I think, to back up in that case. He had the lings coming in from a side that I think could have worked for him. But so he takes a lot of free damage, but he's fine. He's going to go back and morph in banelings. He's got such a lead.
He can afford to do that, even researching Burrow. So hopefully we get to see some baneling landmines this game. Be a really, really excellent choice of strategy, in my opinion. And here we go, MaddxDogg now moving up.
What he can't do is let this army into a real choke, but I think he's big enough that it won't matter. And there comes the lings right on top of the tanks.
And even all the tanks
just
going
destroying
down.
the tanks, and so much that it doesn't matter.
There's nothing left of this army.
Just absolutely dominated that army. Caught it on siege, and then that's one of the cases where a baneling detonation on tanks I don't even mind, just because it instantly takes them out of the equation.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
you didn't need the banelings for the bio anyway, even though it's inefficient theoretically. They were all clumped up, so.
I think in that case, though, the bio wasn't the dangerous part of the army. It was the 6 tanks. They were clumped up based on AoE damage.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, might as well go for it. He did spread. I like the presence of mind to still spread creep there at the third, which will delay this from landing. And army will just flood in here now. There's no wall anymore. And we get lag.
Just a little spike there, but it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, MaddxDogg will GG out here. Yeah.
Well,
good job, Afracanis in game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, that was
ASL
actually a really,
Season
really
2.
good game. Terrence started off fairly well until he roasted the Reapers. Then his Hellion Harass was good, but he just had no answer to the Roaches in time. Right, guys, we are loaded up on the map and spawning down to the bottom left hand corner. Currently down 1 game. We have our Red Terran from Team Carbot Fanimations. He is
MaddxDogg.
And spawning on the right-hand side of the map, we have in the yellow, it is our composite Zerg player. He is
Afracanis.
And he actually sent a really early drone scout out. He sent it out at 9. It's carrying minerals. I think it's an envoy offering a peace gesture to his opponent. And he's going to try and harass this barracks before it goes out.
ASL
But he's kind
Season
of missing
2.
the SCV all over the place.
It's more irritating than anything that.
Yeah.
But I think the reason behind the drone scout is because this is a smaller map, he's maybe worried about proxy play. So he's just wanting to make sure that he sees the barracks in the base. So he knows he doesn't need to worry about Marines rocking up at his natural with a bunker there when it finishes without him knowing.
Yeah, probably is the case. Because, yeah, this is kind of one that you can take the middle. Which, by the way, if you're doing this, if someone is concerned about that, as you're making this path over, just touch the watchtower.
Yeah.
Because it's like 5 feet out of your way, and it's going to tell you that's kind of going to be one of the primary spots. Because they don't know where you spawn, they're just going to throw it down in the middle.
In the middle, yep. I know that's definitely where I throw it down when I proxy 2x every game on this map against CERN. Why do you think I've got a 100% win rate?
Exactly. It's so key. We will get the Reaper again out of MaddxDogg.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like he's changed his build. He's still doing exactly what he did in the first game. He knows that there wasn't anything wrong with that. It was his decision making that he needed to change, and it looks like Afracanis is doing roughly the same as well.
He's on the same route as well. If there's one, we discussed it in the first game, if there's one thing Afracanis probably should change, is to just start speed as soon as he can.
Yeah, hopefully he makes that change.
Gas. Yeah. And caused him a lot of damage to not do that. So,
yep.
Reaper will come in here now. There's no drones at this low ground base. Ling's popping out, and he'll try and kite them back.
And speed starting straight away for Afracanis.
Yeah, that's so much better.
Yep, he is continuing to mine gas, however, so this could mean he's looking to do some kind of follow-up push with roaches or banelings. Guess we'll have to see where his decision-making lies this game. And wow, that's... I mean, MaddxDogg is playing really, really brave. I mean, this is a small map. It's quite easy to all in on, yet he's going for a CC, his third CC, sorry, before he's even put down his factory. I mean, any kind of aggression out of MaddxDogg that involves anything such as banelings and roaches will kill him. He just can't have the units to support a defense.
Yeah, he's even getting the reactor on the barracks now. So other than the two Reapers, there's nothing out there. But he is just keeping an eye on the front, basically. He should know whether the army value just spikes up in time to do something about it, at least. But he's not even building a bunker at the natural, so he is being fairly greedy with that.
I hope for his sake there isn't some kind of two-base all-in coming. I mean, even if MaddxDogg just builds a bunch of speedlings just now and walks across the map, he can deny the natural.
Yeah, you could end up doing a lot here with speed down. He's kind of looking around the area, but there doesn't seem to be any indication of mass lings. He's adding a couple more on, but that's about it. And again, despite there's a bailing nest. Okay.
Right. So he has and a roach warren. So once again, the exact same thing out of both players. There is, I think, maybe with the exception of the third CC being earlier for MaddxDogg, they're both playing identically to the previous game.
Yeah, we're in a very similar position. One major difference, of course, Afracanis is going to be a lot better prepared for Hellion harassment, and he hasn't really between the Reapers and the Hellions out on the map, he hasn't really been stopped by them yet. So the creep spread is flowing along. He's got speed. He's got his tech. Tech all just did get scanned here, so he's going to see the Baneling and Redwine complete.
Which should hopefully spark a reaction into tanks. Yep, the factory has lifted off building a tech lab. Now, one good thing I would like to note that MaddxDogg has changed is he has his upgrades coming down an awful lot earlier. Last game, I think he started 1-1 as Zerg's 1-1 finished. This game, his one attack is going to be finished long before.
This is a lot of Banelings morphing in here now. There's 14 of them. Almost so many that I'm concerned there's not enough Lings to support this. And the wall is coming up, but the Lings will get in just before the wall has finished. The Banelings are actually going to try and walk all the way around.
Now, with careful Hellion control, he can defend this.
Yeah, there's almost just not enough Lings. Oh, Banelings all on a Marauder. Some worker kills, but yeah, there's not enough actual Lings. More are coming with road support, though.
But the Marauders coming out 2 at a time are going to be able to push away those roaches, no problem. So MaddxDogg should hold this.
Yeah, I kind of think he will. He's got he's so unconcerned that he's continuing to drop mules in his natural. He will probably get these supply depots, which can be obnoxious, but it's not going to supply block MaddxDogg at all. And he's going to try and get some bunkers up. Tank now on the high ground will siege up, but you still get some room to just go after this natural.
Yep.
I think he's being actually too tentative. He can't go near the ramp, but he can just totally go after this mineral line. There's nothing stopping that, and he does force the lift off at least.
Yep. Now, interestingly, it would seem that MaddxDogg has been building Reapers. He has 4 of them just now.
Yeah, I've noticed a phenomenon
misclick
that I call the accidental Reaper build, which is you mean to build a Marauder and accidentally build a Reaper. I don't know whether it's what it is, but I see a lot of people do that, and I think it's their intention.
Well, I hear Reapers are pretty good against roaches.
Yeah, maybe. I think
they outrange them by 1.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, in theory, you can just endlessly micro back against them.
Yeah, you can.
I don't recommend it.
No,
don't try it at home, kids.
I prefer using the concussive shells to accomplish that feat.
Marauders and tanks. Marauders and tanks. So the third base now coming down for Afracanis. It looks like he is done with his aggression for now.
Yeah.
He feels he's done enough damage.
And he has done some damage there, but at the cost of zone economy to some extent. Is he killed some workers, he forced a lift off, killed some units, but not any critical amount of them, and but their worker count is basically even because of that. So yes, he killed some, but the units that he took to do it were drones that never get to be.
Yeah,
and he's going to end up behind in upgrades because of it as well.
If MaddxDogg ever decides to start any other upgrades.
Yeah, he's just got the +1, but he not only has the 2 engineering bays, he's got 2 SCVs permanently assigned to them because they're stuck. Yeah. Oh, these Reapers all get cleaned up in the middle.
Now, interestingly, he seems to have 2 armories now as well. Whether this means he's going to be transitioning into mech, or whether he just didn't realise he'd already started an armory and tried to start 2-2, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it could be double upgrades, but he is only going for the 1 so far. The Spire is what's coming out for Afracanis, so he's going to try and go air against this mech, which right now would be quite successful. There's only about 8 Marines on the map, but Thors can come later, so quickly.
The 3 barracks without add-ons have just started reactors, so Marine production is going to kick up very short. MaddxDogg. But I don't think he should be moving out just now.
No. I think we talked about correcting the mistake from last game. I think he's about to make it again. Well, which is, I don't know what makes him think that like 12 bio units and 3 tanks is going to go against this force.
Oh no, it definitely isn't, but he's corrected a mistake in that he didn't just move his
Yeah.
tanks along with the army, he sieged them and then
Oh,
moved his army.
check this sneakiness out. I think he's not bringing enough, but
He should bring them all.
He should
Bring
bring
them
them
all.
all. Yeah. He should just bring them all.
Oh, I was about to say, that's a clutch scan, but they weren't borrowed.
Yeah. Yeah, so he will get out of there. There was a big opportunity to just burrow. The game
And-
would have been over if he just burrowed under that army, I think.
Yep. Mutas are thinking about swinging in now.
But he still doesn't know about it. So he could still do it. With these depots down in particular, if he just burrows his way in.
Yeah.
There's no detection up front, so unless he sees now the wall is back up.
Wow. That was an interesting thing to raise the wall.
Yeah.
But the army for Africanis is kind of just sitting out there. The mutas are swinging in now.
Yeah.
Going to aim for the reactor on the starport, and then they're
Decent.
going.
Then you leave. Whenever you come in with mutas like that, the first 3 to 4 seconds of muta damage have to be devastating because they don't know you have mutas yet. Now they do.
Yeah.
So if you only get like a reactor and 2 worker kills, that's like half your. It's the surprise factor that's supposed to do so much. And
Yep.
now he's going to have turrets up. Now he's going to have marines everywhere.
But the one good thing the mutas did do is they completely distracted MaddxDogg from the drop that he landed
Oh yeah,
in Africanis' main, which is now just going to get
it's
cleaned up.
picked up at least, but he will.
And the mutas are going to be en route to pick up the medevac on the way back.
Yeah, they're also going after this third now, which have to go over this whole gap. SCVs are trying to get into a position to repair it, but they can't get there in time, and we'll just die.
That third CC is gone.
He's still just sitting there, but he's going to bring it home instead.
I mean, MaddxDogg has one medevac.
Yeah.
How?
It's
I
not
think
really-
he's in trouble. Is he going
Yeah,
for the base
I
race?
think so as well. Yeah, he's going to
Oh,
go
he's
in
getting sandwiched.
position.
This is just cruel.
Yeah, only one take a siege up the rich right here.
If the mutas target fire the tanks, oh well, it doesn't really matter. That's game. The third CC has died. The army has died in the middle of the map with all the tanks with it.
Yeah, all overwhelmed. This drop did re-land back in the main base, and he's going to start going after workers here, which are surprisingly even. 53 to 54.
It's really in the army supply that the story of this game is told.
Definitely, and is going to try and charge here against the front wall. Baneling's going to detonate on the supply depots, just barely getting through. There is a lot of bio here, though. This is still not a small army by MaddxDogg, and with just roaches, he's going to drive it back. They're showing the burrow
Nice
finally.
model.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think MaddxDogg's seen
Scanning
it.
them? I don't know.
No, he's not seen it. Because, right, okay.
He's getting
Africanis
juked.
should be moving them into the natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Africanis is going to come back though.
Yes.
And yeah, yes, he can move in, but there is a turret in the natural. Oh, look at MaddxDogg's main base. He's got like this huge bioforce stuck.
Behind the depot.
I mean, he can lower a depot, but he doesn't realize that that's the problem. Because all these roaches should be dead now.
He's going to get that bunker and kill those 2 marauders.
Okay, there, he released them.
Unleash the marines.
Yeah. And he will clean that up.
Baneland's going to just annihilate that bioforce in the middle
Oh,
of
wow.
that.
Yeah, if you're not looking, those all die.
And
Nice pickup.
38 lings swinging in. MaddxDogg's effectively on half a base economy just now.
Yeah, he is. I just noticed that his main was completely mined out. We've got the main of Africanis almost mined out, but of course he has the third, whereas there is none, obviously, for a Terran that didn't reestablish it.
Yep. And I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, MaddxDogg should just eventually lose the war of attrition.
Yeah,
Because Africanis has an economy and can just keep killing and trading against the units.
yeah, MaddxDogg is not trading well enough to compensate for this, and he does have a third CC, but he's making no attempt to move it. He's going to lose basically everything here.
Yep, that medevac is going to get me.
Yeah. It was
Well-
indecisive for a bit. There's no wall off at home anymore, so it's just Marines.
And here we go.
So yeah, as the Banelings come in, he needs good splits here.
Oh, wow.
Instead of that,
That was the opposite of good splits.
Banelings charge. Yeah, so I think that does overrun him at this point.
Yeah.
He's almost mined out in his natural as well. Afracanis is deciding
What?
yeah, the drop in the backfield will at least buy him some time, but yeah,
Afracanis realised his mistake. And we should be seeing GG any second. Pure Marines will not beat this many roaches. Not when you've got no armor upgrades. I didn't realise MaddxDogg didn't have any armor.
Yeah, he had gotten the attack earlier, but never that. Yeah, just +2. Which you do need armor upgrades, particularly against upgraded Banelings and stuff. If there's going to be that, you need the durability. So MaddxDogg will GG out of game number 2. I was streaming yesterday, and or maybe it was today, I forget. but I just told the guy initially, like, I'm gonna DT rush, and then I did, and then after doing some damage, turned the DTs into Archons and attacked him again and won. And he was mad that I didn't mention the Archons. Yeah, he was like, "That's no fair." I'm like, I didn't have to tell you to begin with.
I know.
Like, DTs become Archons. You can get there on your own.
Yeah, you kind of expect them to.
Yeah.
But never mind. Looks like
you have
that's
the CC first.
Yeah, CC first. And Africanus is still running about, scared with that drone.
Yeah.
But he is just scouting the bases. Overlord will spot that it's a CC first. I would imagine it seems to be on a flight path that would take it past it.
Where is he going? Yeah, okay. Yeah, he should be able to see that. I reckon. Yeah,
Oh,
whatever.
Player interest.
Nobody cares for this. Okay, over here on the right-hand side, we have our red Terran player from Team Carbot Fanimations trying to stay alive in this best of 5. It is
MaddxDogg.
And his opponent in the top left from Team Composite, the Yellow Zerg, it is
Afracanis.
Okay, players have been introduced. You guys now know who you're watching.
Yeah, you know who they are now. All the names everywhere. Don't give it away. But and yes, Tony. This is the first best of 5. We're on the 3rd game. Currently, Afracanis is up 2-0, and I'm not sure that we found Yui yet. So,
Oh god.
so we'll see on that. For the
Last thing
second
we need is a walkover.
have we found Yui?
Found Yui. Excellent. We know where Yui
Okay,
is.
Good.
So-
Good.
Okay, so this game, once again, Africanus is getting speed nice and early. That's good. MaddxDogg he's going 1 barracks double gas, which normally means Banshee. But why do I
it's
not think
fair.
it's good? to do it?
He actually is still making 2 Reapers, and given how much later they are, that's kind of odd to do. 1 is still fine.
1
but
would be fine.
to go with 2 is still, because you're just going to scout. There's no way you're going to, well, maybe if he gets this little sweet spot down here, he'll get 1 kill and then roll on back up. Second one will make his way across to try and join.
Now, I have a question for you, Ender.
Yep.
Do you know why queens are off creep?
I do not know.
I thought it was for
like
creep spread.
Yeah. I think it was literally meant to be along the edges for like Reaper defense, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense to do that. There is some good, obviously, surface area here for the Reapers, but that's not one of them.
Right, I think I think I might know what MaddxDogg's doing,
Yeah.
and it doesn't make any sense, but it's awesome anyway. Well, it doesn't make any sense on this map.
Yeah.
ASL
Yep, there's
Season
the tech
2.
lab. So it looks like it's going to be Blue Flame Hellion.
That's
What?
the thing.
On this map, the ramp is...
Yeah, it
It's
locks
tiny.
off 2 bases. Yeah, it doesn't make. Yeah, it's not the best thing in the world, but it could still work-ish. Things.
Oh no, he's building a tank. Wait, he's not doing Blue Flame.
Okay.
What's
He's got
he
an
doing?
armory coming out. He's supply blocked. We'll see. That's that. Okay, 3 depots finishing. But yeah, I'm supposed to be looking for idle SCVs this game too.
Oh,
So
right.
if
okay.
at any point there are 6 idle SCVs, that somebody wins a bet against somebody.
Okay.
But so far it doesn't look. It looks fine.
Yeah. Now we should just know idle SCVs are only the SCVs that have been building a structure and have not returned to the mineral line. Like if an SCV's out in the map somewhere because it's been scouting or something, that doesn't
if it's
count as an idle.
intentionally, if it's intentionally somewhere where it's in a position, then that's something else.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the roach warren here out of Africanis, and this time around we're not seeing the baneling nest out of him. So he may be diverting gas some other area, but Africanis always has so much gas.
Yeah.
He gets so much early, and then it's not used for some period of time. But he may have something in mind.
Well, maybe he's going to be sending it to MaddxDogg because MaddxDogg has gone up to 5 factories.
Yeah, and
Or
it's
2
all going to
bases.
get seen here by this overlord. Who's going to start seeing Hellbats coming out, Hellbats and tanks and a Viking on the way.
Yes.
Which, against pure mech, Roach is not the best thing in the world.
Yeah, but not
It's
the best.
kind of
But...
funny. It's not the worst either, but
Yeah. Oh, a hidden base from MaddxDogg, which
So,
is so close to his third, he might as well have just taken it.
yeah, basically. Particularly when you're mech, and I think we saw last week or maybe it was the week before. Someone else did this too. They went mass mech and then they took a hidden base. If you're mech, you don't need to take hidden bases.
Yep.
You're
'Cause
better off
mech-
just taking them in front of you. Yeah.
Yeah. With siege tanks, you can zone out areas of the map. So the closer together all your bases are, the easier it is to zone it all out and protect everything you have. So
Hellbats dropping in the mineral line here. Only 2 of them though, and they're going to go after this queen as
no
opposed
target fire.
Yeah.
Although, Yep.
A few execution
Whoa,
errors.
what?
What's he doing there?
Africanis just killed one of his own drones.
It's us.
That was genuinely incredible.
Get out of there. No. Are you going to die?
He
No.
escapes.
Not long enough.
Well done.
Yeah, there's a few little execution errors there. One is he literally speed boosted into vision and then had no speed boost to actually continue. And then, dropping and letting them attack the queens instead of killing like 10 workers.
Yep.
But it's still alive.
Hmm.
Still alive.
Now, MaddxDogg is heavily supply blocked, which is really, really cutting into his production time.
Yeah.
And considering
he's supply depots queued up.
Yep. I mean, he scanned the natural, he saw the infestation pit and the spire, but he can't afford to get Thors out.
Yeah, one will make his way. Second and
Just
third
one,
are on the way. So he's clear now of that supply block, but it was a pretty bad one.
He's supply blocked again, though.
Yeah, immediately.
After
When
3
your
depots
production
finished.
is, you have to naturally ramp up your depoting or pylons or overlords and whatever. When your production increases, you have to be aware of that. So
Here we
first
go.
little group of mutas are going to come in. There is a Thor in this mineral line. They're going to shell it down, but it's just this one Thor. I feel like he could have magic boxed that, but he didn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is in the mineral line, so the SCVs probably would just repair it.
Yeah,
So
true.
guess he made a kind of good decision there.
He's got the skin on it. I love it.
Oh yeah, I love that skin.
Vision.
I think it's fantastic. But I'm just wondering where Africanis decides to go from here. Now that he knows what he's up against, what composition... Oh god.
Uh, No, wrong. It's
You
not
just
the
saw-
wrong answer. I just don't want this to be the answer.
Yeah.
We've got the locust upgrade coming.
We both realised at the same time what this meant. We're like, what's good against mech from Zerg? Oh god, no. Swarm hosts.
One really big thing this time around is upgrades are very much in MaddxDogg's favor, even though he's only actually got +1 on the mech. It being on mech is a little stronger to begin with, and then we only have the Evo chambers just now finishing for Afracanis, so he's not even starting anything out of it. So his forces are very squishy at the moment and not very potent.
Yes. But I mean, as soon as he starts getting the swarm hosts out,
Yeah.
oh, the trades. It's going to be intense.
Yeah.
Oh wait, MaddxDogg's just pushing out. He might just try and kill him.
He is here. I mean, this is a big force. There's a lot of Hellbats. Not as many tanks as you'd like, but there are Widow Mines as well. And then the 3 Thors.
Let's not forget the Viking and the Medevac.
Yeah, so those
That
guys.
support.
Awesome. Just one of each, the mom and dad of the army. He's leaving back this other huge, like on a mech army, this is big. The
They're
like
married
7, 8
Hellbats.
Hellbats and Thors and 2 more Marines. But he will go on to creep now. Burrows the Widow Mines in place. And he's got.
Oh, those swarm hosts are so badly placed.
Yeah, and that's not where you want those to be.
Oh,
Oh,
the
God.
Bermudas. Oh. Well, GG anyone?
That was not pretty at all. But he's
Oh.
kind of ignoring these roaches.
Yeah, he's kind of move commanding around
It's
them.
kinda weird.
Interestingly.
Yeah, he will still clean it up, but he took a lot more damage than he had to just because he literally ignored the roaches in the back. The Widow Mines are all reset here now.
Yep. Just going to start
It's gonna
moving them up.
leapfrog forward over to the ramp. Africanus will tap out here. Still might have a little lag. We'll see if it's playable here. Hopefully
Yep.
it's. Hopefully it's.
Hopefully it is. We shall continue on regardless. If we need to pause or do anything, we can do that. So, down to the bottom left, our Red
ASL
Terran,
Season 2.
winning that last game, but still down 2, needs to win this to have any hope of advancing to the semi-finals. It's our Red Terran from Team Carbot Fanimations. His name is...
MaddxDogg.
And up here on the top right-hand side, we have from Team Composite trying to close this out. It is our yellow Zerg player, Laggy.
Africanis.
Now, I've not actually noticed any lag.
No, there's
the
been
game
little
yet.
spikes to me, but
ASL Season 2.
maybe we're okay. We haven't had the pop-up at least.
Yeah,
So,
that's
so
good.
it's gotta be okay. Gotta be
So
okay.
we've got a CC first out of MaddxDogg. It worked for him last game, so
Yeah,
I guess
why
he's
not?
thinking, why not just do it again?
Yeah, particularly on this map, it's pretty safe to do. He doesn't know yet, but he is in cross positions.
Yep. Oh, no, that's definitely a lag
there's
strike.
jump. Yeah, there's a jump up.
So we might have a pause here again soon, depending on...
Yeah, we'll see how it goes by the time. Like right now, it's not that big a deal. If you're into like Ling Hellion fights and it keeps happening, then that's really gonna mess
That's
with
definitely
everybody.
a problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
So we can hope.
hopefully it'll calm down.
Yep.
Just simmer down. Yeah.
Now, MaddxDogg, as a difference to the last game, hasn't gone into the double gas. So I don't expect to see the same expansion of factories that we did last time, where he put down 2 at the same time. It'll be, I think he would open with a Reaper, and then factory. Well, yep, there's the Reaper anyway.
Reaper coming out.
He might throw down a second gas soon. Possibly, if he wants to go into mech again. Because I mean, the mech worked for him last time. I don't know if
Yeah.
it was just luck in catching the swarm hosts before there was any significant numbers, or whether he's just
That
maybe more
definitely,
comfortable with
yeah, I
mech.
mean, that definitely works for him. Is like if the eight or nine Swarpos were already on the ground, then that's probably a different story. But they weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even
Immediately,
still, even
oh,
if he had gone up and found that they were already burrowed, it was a big map and he had 3 bases, and it doesn't mean that he would be screwed necessarily. He could just retreat. Lings
yep.
will come in here and poke at the wall. There's a bunker, but there's nothing to go in the bunker yet.
Yep, that Reaper will be done in about 10 seconds, so it can jump out, pulling everything off the worker line just to repair the bunker.
Yeah, this is a lot more probably than he needed. Reaper's coming back, and they're gonna shell from the high ground.
Push that
Maybe even
away.
chase these down. They probably could have just chased them down, but speed is almost finished.
Yeah, and Africanus, again, he's showing no signs of taking a third. His drone count is very low compared to what I'm used to seeing Zergs be on at this kind of stage in the game.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, this of all maps, if you're going to take like a quicker third, or this is probably it. Yeah, we got another spike here. At least they only lasted a couple seconds, but it's still disconcerting. Yep. There comes the third base, choosing to take it in a slightly more forward position.
Yep, actually I prefer that more for the Zerg.
Yeah.
Kind of keeps. It's easier to spread creep down there, I think, than it is to spread it
the back up
across.
Yeah. I think you also get into really droppy games where you've got the high ledge behind the other third, and then they can zoom into your main, and it gets obnoxious.
Yep, it definitely does. Third command center now coming down, and a starport as well.
Starport and an armory behind the main. MaddxDogg likes this sort of like. I don't know if he's transfers so many, but he's only got 5 SCVs in his main base, and he's got both rallied to the natural.
I think it's because he's got 12 SCVs mining gas, which is nearly half of his worker count.
Yeah, like this is a crazy gas number that he's going after right now.
Like, I mean,
he's going to need a lot of gas, but both of them have banks actually that are quite high.
Yeah, I'm trying to still work out where MaddxDogg. I mean, where is he going to go? Right, okay. Second factory, so I'd imagine mech. Third factory, fourth factory, fifth factory. There we go, definitely mech.
And we've got, interestingly enough, so an Overlord sitting right above this, seeing 5 factories, and his reaction was to make a bangling nest.
Genius.
Yeah.
Well, it might still work out.
It's a bold move. We'll see if it pays off for him. But, I mean, it can in terms of, like, you know that there's going to be probably some bio maybe with it, although there's basically none. But before, he's been mixing in Marines with the mech. This time around, it just doesn't look like he's going to be doing any of that. So, I don't know. Yeah. What that'll be. Red Twine coming now.
A 6th factory.
Yeah. This is a lot. It's just a lot.
It's a bit overkill, and he needs to start like saturating his main.
Yeah.
There's no SCVs up there.
Yeah, he's oversaturated at the natural and under in the main. At least above the 16 mark.
Another lag spike.
Oh. And he's even got, like, his third command center is also rallying extra workers to his natural.
Okay, there's a lot of lag spikes now. I would expect Saber to be pausing it.
Yeah, might have to pause this one out. All of this, of course, just buying time for us to find Yui.
It is.
It's the internet satellite people are working in their favor. We're trying.
Okay. So there was something that I wanted to mention about this game that I need to try and remember. Right, okay. So, time in the game just now is 10 minutes 25. The only units we see for our Terran player are 2 tanks.
Yeah.
I think it was 1 Reaper just now, 1 Reaper and a Marine.
Yeah, Reaper and a Viking and a
A
Marine.
Viking. If any kind of attack comes out from Africanis, like he's really relying on that wall to hold.
Yeah.
And if Africanis makes use of the Baneland nest, he can easily take down the supply depot.
Yeah, I agree. I almost feel like it's the same on the other side, though. We've got Afracanis, and his defense currently consists of 4 lings, which don't even control the watchtowers.
There's that too, but Africanis has scouted his opponent and knows what he's playing against.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah, he knows what it is more. Yeah.
Really knows everything yet. Because it's a bit different scouting-wise for Terran and Zerg, because scouting as a Zerg, when you see the Terran production structures, you know he's limited in what he can make from that. So if you only see factories and a starport, you're going to be going, well, it's mech. It's going to be Hellions, tanks, Thors, that kind of unit. But as a Terran scouting a Zerg, if you see a Roach Warren, doesn't necessarily mean they're building roaches. If you see a Baneland nest, they're probably going to have Banelands, but it's a bit difficult for Terran to know what they're actually facing.
Yeah.
It's
yeah. There's something here. Yeah, they're discussing what we can do here in order to try and make it settle down. Now, we haven't had it pop up since we paused, which might be good. Someone was asking the kills on the Reaper. It's in a bunker right now, so I can't see how many kills it's got. But there's only 2 workers. There's been 3 units killed. 1 was an Overlord and 2 workers. I don't know if the Reaper got any of it. But we seem to be flat now. We're going to try it again.
Hopefully. Now, hopefully it works, because there would be nothing worse than being unable to find you.
Yeah.
Having that match be a forfeit, and then having Africanis
this one,
up to forfeit this one as well.
That would be an unfortunate beginning to the round of 8 overall.
Good.
Get an infestation pit for Africanis here. Just stuttering.
Still lagging.
Yeah, kind of sucks. But yeah, MaddxDogg, he's been, like, you're right about him being so undefended, but because he has been, it's just allowed him to, like, power up these facilities, and now he's just cranking things out. The thing that he'll have to look at, and I'm going to keep an eye on for him, is he's still in that mode of building 1 supply depot at a time, and his production has just hit that 3-4 supply depot at a time level.
Yep.
So he's got to be doing that, because this is the time in each game that he's gotten incredibly jammed up. And he's got this production, and then he can't use it. And we've got the Locust coming on the flip side again.
Yep. So I think MaddxDogg needs to take his 3rd as well. He's leaving it in his main for too long.
Yeah.
And he's just not getting the benefit of it. Because
when you need
build
to land it when you hit that saturation point, and he's beyond that.
Yeah, because he gets a really, really early 3rd command center. It seems, but it never does anything apart from build SCVs. He needs to be landing at about 10 minutes, I think. Yeah. But I suppose...
Yeah.
Oh, is he moving
Here's
out?
the monster supply block, by the way. So this is the predictable supply block where he wants to now build. Like, look at how much stuff is halted. All SCV production halted. We got tanks halted. Like 3 tanks are halted, 5 like Widow Mines, and 2 Hellbats that cannot come out because he didn't stay on top of his supply depots, and now he's making 3 at a time. And we're going to see, as soon as these finish, almost all of it will be consumed.
Huge.
Yeah, this is... Okay, he's catching the roaches here. This is kind of a bad time, yeah, for the lag. Forces the siege up. Yeah,
This is bad.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. Yeah. And I think, being the mech player, I think the lag favors MaddxDogg.
Yeah,
I definitely
agree.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not mentally.
Yeah, no, not mentally. It's frustrating for both players to be in that situation, but yeah, if you're, but he's the one that's kind of just going to siege up and micro a little less. There he gets some hint that locusts are here.
That's a bit of a mistake. These roaches
Yeah,
are going
this
to
is
be
a big
right at the
mistake.
face of the army.
Big mistake here to go on to creep that aggressively. And
All
MaddxDogg
these
rolled
stars
it,
are dead.
just killed. Yeah.
Reinforcements
expensive
rallied
army.
over, dying as well.
Nice Widow Mine connections here. They can all get under.
Quite good spots there, trying to minimise the damage on the roaches. But that's just so many expensive units that MaddxDogg, well, he can kind of afford to replace them, but not gas-wise.
Yeah.
And finally moving the third command center over.
Yeah, that needed to happen a while ago, but because like you said, the gas count, you can't support this on 2 gas or like 2 base gas. That's just way too expensive. Although the one thing that he does seem to need more of in this army is the Hellbats themselves, which of course aren't gas, but that's what I think was lacking in that last engagement.
I think it was more just care and consideration that was lacking in that final.
Well, that's
last engagement.
that too.
But that's just my personal opinion
Yeah.
on that one.
And we get the counterattack here into the third base, and this is going to be... he's going to have
Please
to lift
don't tell me
this.
it's
I
gonna
hope he
get-
lifts it in time. There he goes. Yeah,
The Afracanis needs to run now.
yeah.
He needs. Is he bringing his swarm hosts over, or are they still chilling at
They're
home?
still way back. Yeah, they're
Right.
miles away, and it's hard to move them off creep. He's got good creep spread.
Yeah.
Afracanis does. I mean, he's over half the map, basically, or over halfway across the map, which is nice. But yeah, it's going to be a while before these swarm hosts are ever in an offensive position.
Yep, it definitely is,
I
and
think
it looks like
MaddxDogg
MaddxDogg
is
coming
trying
again.
this again.
No Thors this time, just
Yeah,
tanks.
no Thors. Spire's just started, so it will be a while before he needs something like that.
Yeah,
But
I was actually just about to say, if Africanus had put down a Spire, this army is just dead.
he's just dead. But they get that one Viking. He's fine.
Yeah, hero Viking.
So Seed's in a good position. He really should scan to get rid of the creep here, because you're going to need that for later.
Definitely.
Like you want to clear this back. This is a lot of Mac.
He's losing so many Hellbats
Yeah.
to just locusts.
Yeah, that's it. I like the Burrow at the watchtower that just does damage.
Oh, is this just a counter attack or a flank? It's just I don't know.
Yeah, just a weird attack.
A lot of roaches dying for nothing. An awful lot of roaches dying for nothing.
Yeah. And yeah, this tank position is just so big, the locusts are not getting near it. It's only some donation of the Hellbats that's doing anything here. There's one swarm host with 3 hit points. There it goes.
Now, I don't like how Africanus has decided to build 11 more swarm hosts when he has the option of going Muta.
This is
Wait,
really
he's-
dangerous right now. He's got the tanks.
Losing tanks.
Okay. He's losing tanks to this when he really shouldn't have been. Yeah, he lost over half his force there when he could have leapfrogged it up instead of unsieging and moving everything at once. But there is more coming, obviously, to join MaddxDogg's army. He doesn't have his Hellbats rallied up, and he really has to have that going. But he has them in groups in the back, and then he also needs mobile detection or something here, like a Raven or more scans, because he's getting overwhelmed. He's
Well,
just throwing tanks into these locusts.
He should have as many scans as he wants because he's basically mining off one base at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it shouldn't matter.
They got Africanus with his fifth up. He's even got the macro hatch.
I think.
Yeah, it's swinging very strongly in Africanus' favor. MaddxDogg, I think, had a big opportunity there, but he just threw his tanks forward kind of haphazardly with no support.
Those Widow mines didn't go off on that roach. What?
Oh.
A roach basically walked over
Yeah.
the widow mines and like they're not charging or anything, but and the engagement.
No,
Just,
these
out of
locusts I think
focus.
are going to win here now.
One tank down, 2 tanks down.
You need so many tanks to stop these locust waves.
Yeah, but he
And
just
this-
doesn't have the
this
forces
ain't it.
anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Oh.
they're free units. You can't lose anything to them.
Africanis has
yeah.
left a couple of swarm hosts at home, which
Yeah.
he could maybe have used bringing with him. Now, I like the use of these roaches to tank for the locusts.
Yeah,
That's smart. Oh no, wait, sorry, the locusts are
the
supposed to tank
locusts.
the roaches, aren't they?
Well, usually, yeah.
Oh, I think I got
Yeah,
confused. there.
usually you kind of ride them in like a wave, and then as they get cleared up, you pull your actual army back. But it's not mattering even at this point. He's just got them shoved back so far.
Yep. Wow, another tank going down.
Yeah,
I think Africanis can afford to move his swarm hosts a bit closer and
Yeah.
move that big clump of roaches up from outside his third. I think I would actually like to see Africanis push MaddxDogg's
Sort of,
third.
yeah, that's
Oh,
what
there's
he's
the
going to do
roaches
with this
going
little group here. And yeah, that's what's missing because this is the only thing really mining. Well, not even
Yeah.
really mining. It's the only thing mining.
Yeah, everything else is completely mined out.
And there's no way for him to swing down and stop this at all.
Yep. So, MaddxDogg's tournament life looks like it ends here.
Yeah.
Unless there's a miracle. We have seen miracles happen.
Yeah. I'm
Entirely
not sure
possible.
This would be one of them. I don't know what he'd have to do to get this back. He'd almost need to abandon this position, catch the locust wave going one way, and take out the swarm hosts with none there. But one thing working against that is these locusts aren't synced. They're just coming out this stream.
Okay,
So
well,
they're never open. Yeah.
now the
Hell,
roaches are
that's
going to
all
flank
now.
back.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, Africanis is just expanding all around the map. He has the time to do this.
Yeah, and there's no income.
Yeah.
No income really for a Terran. He tries to drop the CC again. It's now burning in the air. All the mules die trying to repair. And yeah, I think it's eventually just going to burn down in the air.
Now,
He's going to try and pull
19
it back, but
19 Mutalisks coming in.
yeah.
And there's 2 Thors, but both of them are quite... Well, one of them is effectively dead. And the other one has quite a bit of hull damage done. More coming up now. So this Mutalisk transition is just going to end... Well, there's 4 Widow Mines next to the tanks.
They did at least drive over the Widowmines, yeah. But
Another lag spike.
yeah. Even honestly, even if Africanis were to just drop at this point,
Yeah, I don't think...
I think we have to give him the game because he won. But yeah, but I don't think that'll happen. So he'll come in now with the Mutalisk, and I think this may be the closer.
Yep.
Thor
There
will
goes
die.
the Thor.
Yeah.
And all the tanks are just going to go down. And there's absolutely nothing MaddxDogg can do about it.
Which is a shame because he's just now clearing out the swarm hosts.
Yeah.
he finally killed that position, and then only to lose with this. Yeah, MaddxDogg does GG out.
So, well played to Africanis, our first semi-finalist.
Indeed.
So, now we did plan to have a winner interview as well, guys.